My word. My word indeed. Welcome back to talkSPORT. And Rumble in Riyadh. This is our watch-along for Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. I'm Adam Catterall, Spencer Oliver, Josh Warrington and Troy Deeney alongside me. Anthony Joshua currently in the ring alongside his dad and his promoter Eddie Hearn, speaking to our colleague Adi Oladipo in the immediate aftermath of him stopping Francis Ngannou in 2 rounds. Had him on the deck twice, then knocked him out viciously. A sensational performance from Anthony Joshua. A lot of pressure on his shoulders tonight. He seemed to be carrying the weight of the boxing world on his shoulders, and he absolutely delivered. I don't know about you, Spence, but it feels... I love Francis Ngannou. Love him to bits. Mm-hmm. But it feels like a little bit of order has been restored.
Absolutely. It had to happen for the sake of the sport. You know, could you imagine if Francis Ngannou would have beat Anthony Joshua after doing that to the world heavyweight champ in the fight previously? You just go, what is going on here? This is something different to even a Rocky movie. So yeah, a bit of respect has been restored in the sport of boxing right now for Anthony Joshua doing what he should have done. That's how the fight should have gone. But with the performance against Fury, that sort of like planted that seed of doubt, you know, and give everybody a thought of hope for Francis Ngannou, if you like. Like that's how we were all thinking. Like, hold on a minute, this guy might bring something to the table here off that performance. Don't know what you boys were thinking, but I was worried going into that. But Joshua had done what really should have happened.
Yeah. Well, that's... I was going to say, am I shocked? Yes, but really and truthfully, should I be shocked?
No. That's the point.
Because a former world champion is just knocked out someone who's having his second fight. We shouldn't be shocked. But obviously we're shocked because of the performance with Tyson Fury. But, like, that's how Tyson probably should have done the job. Maybe not as vicious as that, but credit to AJ, because that was clinical.
Well, you're right in what you're saying, right? And I think the majority of us will conclude Tyson Fury didn't prepare for Francis Ngannou, right? But he tells us that he did. So what questions does that now bring up regarding Tyson Fury? Where's Tyson Fury at? Because with all due respect, Francis Ngannou beat him. Mm-hmm. And Anthony Joshua has just decimated Francis Ngannou in 2 rounds.
I know a lot of people thought that AJ can't win tonight, but all of a sudden, now, you just said it yourself, where's it put Tyson Fury? People be thinking AJ's the man now.
Absolutely.
AJ's the man.
If there were to fight, perception would have changed massively.
It'd win.
Yeah, absolutely. The public perception would have changed massively. Now you go in there, you speak to the casual fan, and they'll go, Anthony Joshua is the guy. He's the man right now. He's the man of the heavyweight division. It's always, you're only as good as your last fight, and that is a fact, right? You look at your last fights, and you go, Tyson Fury has now opened up a can of worms because he's left a seed of doubt now into, is he as good as we thought he was? Or is he now on the decline? You know, are the cracks starting to appear? Are the wheels starting to come off? He's left all those question marks hanging over him. Now we're talking about Anthony Joshua and going, he's back to his best, but with the experience. That makes him a dangerous fighter. That makes him the number one, for me, right now, in the division. You can't take that away from him.
I've got to try and be professional, because we're working.
No,
that's obviously my mate.
That's not what we're here for.
No, but it is because I think...
It's past 12 o'clock, Charlie.
I think we all get caught up in being a prisoner of the moment.
Yeah,
so
of course.
He's my friend, and I'm buzzing, genuinely buzzing for him. But if we're going to say that he's now the best because of that...
the modern era?
No, even now, I don't
I'm
think...
talking about now.
I don't think we can put him ahead of Tyson Fury right now. Because Tyson hasn't lost. He's still the man.
Well, he sort of has lost in his last fight, but
he didn't
get a decision.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's an opinion. That's an opinion. So what I'm really trying not to, because I'm with you and I want to run the whole AJ bandwagon bigger than everyone. But let's be what we're here for. Let's talk the truth. Tyson's a man, but what he has done now has made a real valid conversation now that I don't think Tyson can run away from. He has to fight him now.
Has to.
Absolutely.
Whereas before he was like, I don't need AJ, I don't need this. He
has to fight him.
Now, no matter what happens in the Fury-Usyk fight, that fight has to happen.
AJ
100%.
lost a lot of ground with the 2 losses of Usyk. And then coming back even against Franklin, Jermaine Franklin, you go, he's lost even more ground because the performance was bad.
Look at the Otto Wallin fight we had earlier on the show. You did that better than Fury. You've now done this better than Fury. He's put him into a corner where no matter what happens, That fight has to happen. So,
I like that.
for as much as I want to be like, yes,
Yeah.
let's be totally honest with you. Tyson's still the man until unproven otherwise. But where we are now in a situation where we go, that fight we cannot die without that happening.
Yeah, I asked you all the question earlier on, didn't I? Who is the Premier Heavyweight of this particular generation? And everybody's got their own different opinion of it. I don't think that win tonight, for me, throws Anthony Joshua any further forward. Listen, there's a little bit of relief as a boxing fan because he's gone and done something there that you can be incredibly proud of as a boxing fan. You look at that and go, that's what a proper boxer who prepares diligently is supposed to do.
That's what a professional does.
Exactly. Against the guy that has never done it before, right? So that's what that's supposed to look like. Now we've got a genuine, real conversation about Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, who wins that fight. That's a real conversation now. Didn't used to be.
Yeah.
It is now.
Yeah.
I still think out of AJ, Fury and Usyk is the closest to be able to be the man. Because if he beats Fury, he's got 2 wins over AJ.
I was just going to say that.
He's got 2 wins over AJ. He'll have a win over Fury. If he beats him in May, Usyk's the guy. Do I want to see AJ go back in with Usyk for a 3rd time? I think I do, maybe after that. Maybe, I don't know, with this new training. I don't know.
I'll give you one. AJ Fury go in the ring next.
AJ Fury go in the ring next.
AJ versus Fury goes in the ring next. Let's say, theoretically speaking, forget the undisputed is happening. Let's say that fight was happening on May the 1st, May the 18th. Yeah? Take Usyk out of the equation here, just for a minute, because I want to see where you're at your headspace. That fight happens May the 18th. Who wins that fight right now, May the 18th?
Going off recent data, Anthony Joshua wins the fight.
Be hard to argue against it. The only thing I would say, and this is just going off history, every time Tyson's up against it, he's come up with the biggest performance.
Yeah.
So after watching that, and genuinely my heart's doing like that, I'm buzzing. I got the tingles because I want to be like, if I was at home, I'd be doing cartwheels at that point. I'm trying to be professional. AJ done the fella proper, good and proper. There's no doubts. Boxing's the winner from this.
Yep.
But if you're going to say him now being with Ben Davis is completely, we forget about Usyk, then I would say, well, we can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
But he has rebuilt and he's going again.
But
Is Tyson difficult? Yes. Is he game? Yes. Has he proved he can get back up? Yes. The other one, has he ever been hit as hard as AJ hits? No.
Yeah.
So now that's what I mean. He pushes
100%.
people into a corner where you go.
Well, people will argue that Wilder's hit him.
yeah.
But I would say if AJ hits Wilder like that, he goes. I think Wilder's very heavy-handed and he hits from down here all the way up.
Yeah.
Josh stepped through that.
Yeah.
And you guys are fighters, and I don't want to ever
man.
speak like I know about fighting and boxing better than you guys. But when someone steps through that punch, they fold.
Yeah.
Mate,
We knew he was done.
the power he's got is incredible.
Yeah.
I've taken him on the pads, and I've taken a lot of guys on the pads. Taken Derek Chisora on the pads, and you compare the power of the two. Derek Chisora, who's very strong, heavy-handed, but Joshua's got this like zip to his punch, like zoom, like it. Do you know what I mean?
And he's stepping with those
it
legs.
momentarily paralyses a guy when he hits him. Do you know what I mean?
It's how he sets him up. You see that straight right coming over.
Yeah.
How he slips over, comes off a counter punch.
Yeah, beautiful.
Timing. The timing is fantastic. So it's all right having power, but then in a guy when they're not expecting it, from like the jabs, he's coming straight up. There's a little slip and coming over.
The one thing I would always say as well, whenever I've spoke to Josh, and you've spoke to him as well, more than me, I'm sure. Whenever you mention the Fury fight, he's adamant he wins. It's not, I might win, or I think I got a chance. It's, I don't know what happened in those sparring sessions.
I was there.
Do. Yeah,
I was there.
I don't know, but whenever I speak,
I know exactly what will happen.
He's like, I win. And this is when he was at his lowest and when he's at his highest. I win. He's adamant that he wins. And he's adamant that fight wouldn't happen for a very long time. I think now changes everything.
We are assuming that Fury comes through Usyk.
But I'm saying it happens either way, though, Adam. Even if he loses now, we have got, as a British public, we don't know who the number one is categorically because of these last 2 fights that AJ's done. With Otto Wilder
I totally
and with
agree.
this. And now it forces it, no matter what happens. If that fight with Usyk never happens, that fight has to happen.
Yeah, agree.
It has to.
But Balla Britain.
Agree.
It has to.
Balla Britain.
Before we get Calbrook out there, before it's too late. There'll be such a clamour for it now within the next 18 months.
They've both been the world's number one heavyweight heavyweight of the world.
Listen, to create legacies, modern eras and all that, the best have to fight the best. And they're all starting to mix it up now. Like you say, AJ Fury, and then all of a sudden you're starting to get like the Four Kings back in the day, when you're getting Ali, Foreman, Fraser, and all that. You're starting to create one of those eras, and that's what it's all about.
Has the best thing so far from this Saudi Arabian experience been the resurgence of Anthony Joshua?
Sorry?
The resurgence of Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and that's what I take from this. Forget France.
We've only had 6 months so far, 5 months.
Do you know what it is? It's like, and Troy picked up on it as well, and you look at him, he's going through, like, if you go back to the Jermaine Franklin fight, as he's throwing his jab, he's leaning away from his right hand. Yeah. He's not even stepping in with his feet. Now, he's stepping in with his feet. He's throwing through the shots. He's aware of what's coming back. He's putting the shots together in combinations. And that guy, that makes him one of the dangerous men on the planet right now, because Joshua is very heavy-handed.
Because he's been through all this hardship.
Absolutely.
He's been through all that hardship. He's been through losses, loss after loss, after being knocked out. And this is what has built his character.